What's up everyone, it is me, Kahtya Tehnsion, back yet again for another makeup tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing another look for y'all, just simple makeup. Of course I don't have eyebrows anymore, so this is going to be an easier, quicker video. I do want to apologize again. I know I do this every beginning of a video for not, posting consistently. But I had been getting ready to film, and then my brother had passed away. So I had to take some time away to myself for about a month and gather myself. So thank you everyone for your patience on that. It's really hard to say.
Filming this part of the video was extremely hard, so I do want to press that it is okay to not be okay. In 2022, we should not ever be ashamed of our mental health or being able to talk about our mental health. Unfortunately, a great portion of our population does suffer with mental health problems, and we do go through a lot in today's day and age. It is okay to reach out to mental health resources, it is okay to reach out to your friends, and it is okay to talk about your mental state in that moment. If you feel like you need help, it is okay to reach out. And if you feel like you are not safe because of your mental state, it is okay to go to the ER. The emergency room is not just for physical health, it is also for mental health. I promise you, in most places, there are resources that you can utilize. It is okay to not be okay, but know that you are never alone.
Today's makeup look is going to be neutrals with a nice color on the inside of the crease. If you need more steps on how to glue down your eyebrows, I did used to have eyebrows, so go back to some of my older videos and I do go step by step on how to glue down your eyebrows effectively. You can use spirit gum if you're in a really hot climate like Florida or Texas, or you could use the regular purple glue sticks. But today we are going to be skipping that step and going straight into makeup. So stay tuned if you want to see how I go from this to this.
Hello again everyone. So we're starting off with a silicone primer called Baby Skin. I don't remember the brand and I don't care to because I'm probably not going to buy it again. Ever since I started using this primer, after I powder, my foundation picks up in certain patches, and so it's very weird, and I only use it on my T-zone now. I don't know if it's a me problem or if it's a foundation pairing issue, but unfortunately I'm just not going to be using it anymore. If it works for you, great, because it does seem really nice, but it's just not my style. I used my Krylon foundation, and of course, I'm going straight into a cream highlight. I'm doing multiple steps of highlight this time because I do want a brighter highlight. I was experimenting with the Revolution dupe of Shape Tape. It is very thick, very creamy, and has high coverage, and it's really nice. If you have dry skin, it will crack. And then, of course, I add Mayron White on top of that to make it a wider highlight. I want it to be a little bit more dramatic between my foundation color and my highlight color. So you just go ahead and you blend, go back and forth between the highlight portion of your massive beauty blender and the foundation side. Then I go in with another Mayron foundation. This is going to be my cream contour. I've had a few people ask me why I do cream contour, so let's just talk about that real quick. So I use cream contour because, to me, it creates extra dimension in your makeup. It's a lot less work in the end. You can put it on before your foundation or after your foundation, depending on how dramatic and what kind of look you go for with your makeup. As you've seen, I do both every now and then. Sometimes I'll put it before, sometimes I'll put it after, but it does dramatically change the outcome of your look. It seems minuscule, but it really isn't. And then I go ahead and I go forward with the same contour foundation and I start putting on my eyebrows. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this a few times, but when you're drawing on your eyebrows, if you're going for just a typical drag look that's not crazy or over the top or club kid, I just use the shape of my brow bone and I trace the top part of it. For some reason today, I was applying my foundation and everything, and it kept like getting in my eye, so I just went ahead and I powdered my under eye so that it would stop going into my eyeball so I would, not be blind. You guys have seen me do nose contour time and time again, so if you have extra questions, please ask in the comments and I'll put them in my next video. As usual, I clean up my brow bone. Also, pardon me if I'm coughing or sneezing a lot. I've been traveling back and forth to the Midwest, going from hot to cold, living in Florida, and then going back to Nebraska, where I'm from my brother's funeral. And it really messed up my sinuses, and I either have bronchitis or a sinus infection, and no, I know for a fact it is not COVID, so praise be that it's not COVID. I go ahead and I started powdering my T-zone. Now, I like how bright my T-zone is, so what I do is I use a Ben 9 neutral set. It's colorless, so it doesn't transfer any color whatsoever. And then I use the Airspun setting powder on the rest of my face to neutralize the yellow tones in the foundation so that it matches my breastplate or my chest or my arms, depending on, what I'm trying to match to, what outfits I'm wearing. Brush that away and go straight in with a bronzer. Now, a lot of people confuse the two. There is a difference between bronzer and contour. Bronzers are a more warm tone brown, essentially, and contours are supposed to be more gray tone. When you look at the shadows of your face, they're going to have more gray to them. So, to set some, bronzeness to your skin and some color, you put the bronzer on, and then to deepen your contours, you add a more cold-toned contour. I use my typical blush, put on the apples of the cheeks and the top portion of your contour, and you blend it out. I then refill in my eyebrows with the Morphe pomade. It's actually one of my favorites. I do prefer this over the Anastasia. There's something about the formula that just gets me, and I love it. I do love the Anastasia pomade as well. I would say they're almost matched. They're almost the same. And then I deepen my eyebrows with some eyeshadow. I go ahead and I clean up the work that I just did on my eyebrows again with some more Mayron white foundation. I use this as like an eyeshadow primer, and it just makes applying your pigments so much easier. However, it means that if you mess up, it's going to be a little bit harder to blend out. Now, sometimes there might be a little bit of fallout when you apply your eyeshadows, so I'm putting the Revolution, what is it? It's like some baking powder, I don't know, this baking luxury powder in super white, so it can accentuate my highlight while I am putting on my eyeshadow. So I go ahead and I start with an orangish tone, and I thought it was a little too orange, so then I started with the light tan brown and blended that in, and I slowly worked in darker browns as I went. Now, I didn't like how crazy it went from orange to white, so what I did is I did this really light tan beige set, and I put that on the transition area between the orange and the white, and then I set the white with the neutral set. Then I go back in and I slowly go half shades darker with different browns, and I'd use smaller brushes and smaller strokes to blend everything out. That way you do get that gradual blend rather than just having a single tone on your crease. This color I'm using is also, at this stage, the color that I also use to darken my eyebrows. It's a super dark brown on one of the Morphe palettes. It's not quite a black, but it is like dark brownish black. And then, just to make sure everything blends out, you go back in with one of the lighter colors and you very lightly pat it on top. And I use a separate blending brush to blend the colors together. And then to make it even more dramatic, I did get a little bit of the black pigment and I put that in on the deepest parts of the eyebrow. And I also add a few more transition tones, like light tans, over the top area so it blends to the white tone on top pretty well. So then I go ahead and I cut my crease with some more Mayron white foundation. And this part, since I am going to smoke out the inside corner, I don't worry about taking it out so far, just more so evening out the inner corner so that it doesn't look like I'm cross-eyed when I'm performing. So then, first thing I want to do is, when you're setting your crease, essentially, my favorite thing to do is starting with the lightest color and then going darker. That way, there's no backtracking, and today's color is blue. So I went in with a light blue on the 35B Morphe palette that they don't make anymore, which I'm very sad about because I loved it. And then I used this loose highlight powder to set the inner corner, and I just blended those together. On the outside corner, I am again slowly applying darker and darker browns and blending everything out. So that it has a nice transition to it, rather than just having light color go straight into dark color. You can do that, but not doing that will save you a lot of time, unless you're just really, really fast. If you're really fast and really good at blending all that stuff out, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. Then again, on the bottom, I'm adding lighter color to the outside corner of my eye and rounding out that outside crease to match the bottom of my eye, because sometimes we just put a straight line and that can look good, but I kind of wanted a more rounded effect on my eyes this day. I start adding my liquid eyeliner. I used to use those Sharpie eyeliners from NYX, and while I love them, I am too broke to go buy more because my other one dried out. And I went ahead and just kept my eyeliner small. I didn't do a wing, I just rounded it out where I know my eyelashes will go. And that sometimes will help make your eyes look a lot bigger. Seeing the whites of your eyes. Sometimes when you put on a lot of black eyeliner, it will kind of hide your eyes. And when you put color on the inside crease of your eye, sometimes it can get muddy if you put on too much eyeliner. Don't mind me, I was distracted by Dominic Casanova. He just came in to say hi. He came back from the gym. I am putting on a loose highlight powder. It's from Airspun. It's best $8 you'll ever spend. I say that every video. And then I blend out my cheeks more. And I wasn't quite a fan of how like sheer the blue looked. So I looked at the glittery metallic blue and I added that on. And then set my face with the Morphe aerosol setting spray. And before it dried up, I added more pigments like contours and highlight to my face. That way things would be a little bit more dramatic. So we need to talk about this product I'm about to use. I'm about to use this new product from NYX. It is the Duo No Transfer liquid lip that has like a gloss on the other end. I can't remember the name of it, but it claims that when you put on this lip, it won't transfer. And when you put on the gloss, that the gloss will transfer, but the color won't, which was a lie. It didn't even last 3 hours. I had 2 shows and I had to borrow someone's liquid lip to put on top of it because halfway through the show, I didn't have a part of my bottom lip. So I'm not going to drag them, but I will say that they really need to review this product because unfortunately it missed the mark. It did transfer and it actually faded off completely. And it was kind of a disappointment, which sucks because I love NYX as a brand. So I hope that they get that fixed. Maybe it was just the color that I have, but it just was not the tea. So the lashes I'm using today are the Patrick Star lashes. I don't know what Patrick Star was thinking, but these lashes were a little too wide for my eyes. So I did cut a little portion off the ends so that they would fit my eyes a little bit better. Today's makeup tip is to add a little bit of white eyeliner or foundation to the tip of the nose to make a button nose effect.
Now, thank you everyone for tuning in. I know this was very long awaited for another tutorial, but you know, here we are. And thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, everything. I hope these videos do help. Also, do not clock the fact that the wig is not glued down. I haven't even left for the gig yet, y'all, so. But thank you so much for supporting me, supporting my family in this hard time. I've had a lot of people reach out, and I greatly appreciate everyone's support. So this is tonight's look. I'll give you guys a final look at it.